Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a give to Taylor, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Williams on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, 54 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He juked him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 67 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Williams throwing on 3rd and long. Jordan Reed has it. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's Taylor, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back down, Philly. Here we go.
On second down, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Over. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney.
Jackson now to throw on third down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. Williams under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. The give to Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Williams now to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to slither by. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Over! Over! Over!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I don't...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have broken the tie. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next.
And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 37 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, y'all could wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here, it's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. They'll run with Taylor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Looking to throw. Williams. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. Airing one out for Crowder. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here come the Redskins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Taylor. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's Williams to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Black Brown. Ohio.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll go on the ground, down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. Williams. He finds his target. It's Crowder. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They get it to him running left, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. They'll go with the keeper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. It's their quarterback with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On the run, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. The 30. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So out now come the Redskins. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Crowder's got it over the middle. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. And they'll run it here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Williams. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to him on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like a bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now a handoff looking right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. On second down, here's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now Williams throwing on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Williams. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And an alley to run. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation. Hopkins with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation. We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point. Or they can go for two and go for the win. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, Charles, there's a couple of things at play here. I don't understand why you don't just kick the PAT to tie it this late in the fourth. If you are going to go for it, though, why the fake kick from the 15? No explanation that I have will make any type of sense. You're exactly right. Kick the extra point, have a tie game, and see what happens down the stretch. But if you're going to go for it, as you said, I want my offense out there, and I like my chances from the 2-yard line, not faking it from the 15. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this